I did it. It's super wet. Thursday. Jacket's totally worth it. Everything's soaked down to my shoes except my top half. The jacket's worked. Woo! Feeling badass. Hi everybody, my name's Renee, aka Fit Aussie Sister, and I am here welcoming you to my channel. This channel is dedicated to documenting my no car challenge where I do not set foot inside a car for a full year for World Bicycle Relief. You can see I am wearing one of their t-shirts now. Now, World Bicycle Relief is an awesome charity where they disseminate bikes into rural areas or really rural areas where kids and midwives and farmers primarily get around by foot. So a bicycle is really empowering because it helps improve livelihood, education rates, health rates in the villages or in the areas they work in. With my goal in mind, I want to raise about $20,000. Now, I am 2 months into my challenge, and if I break down my $20,000 goal, that is about 5,000 Australian dollars per a quarter, which means of March I want to raise $5,000. With $15 or just over $1,500 in the bank, I've got a little bit of work to do, which got me thinking this week. I know that I've got to pull my finger out, and I think that we can create a couple of really cool events. I've got 2 in the pipeline. The first one I want to tell you about is on the 22nd of January, I have partnered with my friend Kylie from KM Fitness. She runs boot camps, and she is going to hold a workout till you drop, and that is local at Alex Hills between 8 and 10 on the 22nd of February. So you've still got time to go to park run. And if you are not a fitness person, you do not have to come for the full 2 hours. I would love to see you, even if you just come for 15 minutes. We'll make sure you have a whole bunch of fun and we can have a bit of a chat, and we can hopefully raise more than one bike on the day. So that is in 2 weeks' time. In the description box below, I will put all the info to make sure you secure your spot. Go to the donation link, donate at least $10 and type in workout, and that way I know that you're going. I really appreciate your support. It's a really fun, practical way for you to help a sister out. This week has been wet, and I confess I cheated a little bit, but I'm going to tell you more about that in a moment. This week has been super wet. I have been going to work, and I have simply been wet. By the time I've got to work, I have got a 1 hour cycle commute. Everything is wet. My shoes are wet. Everything down to the backs of my knees are wet. I am wearing a waterproof jacket. It works. So my top half is mostly dry, but bottom half absolutely saturated. I just get changed and have a shower at work. No big deal. But I do confess, because I have so much time in the water this week, I did slack off on my runs. Normally I would just run in the rain, but to be honest with you, I've kind of run out of dry clothes, and the appeal of running in the rain after you've spent 2 hours a day cycling, sopping wet, kind of was lost. Still run about 40k this week. I kind of just did longer runs and skipped a couple of workouts earlier in the week. For all of those who are concerned, this is what I was wearing in the traffic because the visibility was so low. Picked up one of these through a recommendation from a running friend. I'll also pop that in the description box below. I think they're having a sale at the moment. This is not sponsored. It's just something that I use. Back to the cheating. I was running around yesterday doing kid stuff and other things, running errands. About 50k on the electric bike, again in the wet, and I was at home chilling out. My husband decided to cook one of his traditional meals, and I hear an almighty cry. I went downstairs, and I could see he had actually sliced his finger while he was cutting up potatoes, and it looked really bad. So I said, that's it, we've got to take you to the hospital. I actually drove him about 5k down the road. And here's the kicker, I actually couldn't find any clean, dry clothes, so it took me longer to find clothes than I actually anticipated. But anyway, he was shouting out, "What are you doing?" But all resolved, got some daggy clothes. You can see this is my picture here. And he was actually fine. The wound looked worse than it actually was in the end. So that was my first time driving or inside a car for 2 months. It was 5k down the road. It was to a hospital that was in my sub-clause, but I just have to let you guys know. All right, so that is week 8 over. I would really appreciate if I see you on the 22nd of February down in Alex Hills. for just a $10 donation. It's a really cool way to help support me in this challenge. I will let you know of future fundraising little endeavors. Of course, I would totally appreciate if you resolve to give a one-off donation or a weekly donation. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to follow me on the journey for a full year. And hopefully I've got some more exciting news for you next week. I am holding off because I don't want to let the cat out of the bag too early, but head up here to next week's video, or better yet, go to fit_Aussie_sister, just like my YouTube name, to follow me on Instagram, where I will probably update you a little bit quicker than my weekly YouTube updates. Check you out.